No more. No more. No more. No more. What do we want? When do we want it? All right, y'all are great. We're going to have a lot of good music coming up. But our next speaker is Miss Jodi James. So y'all please put your hands together.
Good evening. I'm here to tell you that the most important voice in the war on drugs is yours. The most important voice in the war on drugs is yours. Today we come together to celebrate the counterculture. That's our holiday, right? 420, that's why we're here. Well, the last time I was in Houston, the Houston Chronicle called my group outside consultants on Texas's war on drugs. I wasn't someone special. I'm still not someone special. Who I am. They call me Mom. I volunteer in the schools. And on a good day, I get in a cop's face and I say, "You're wrong," and you know you're wrong. And on a better day, I get a hug from someone I love who is alive because marijuana is their medicine. Why do I do this? Because if I don't do this, someone I love is going to die. Why do I do this? Because if I don't do this, someone you love is going to jail. Have you noticed? They're picking them off one by one. How do they do that? Because you're not using your voice. Because the most important voice in ending the war on drugs is yours. I love Steve. God bless him. What do we want? We want marijuana. What do we want? We want it now. How long have we been saying that? Well, here I am, and I'm telling you that it is within our grasp. Most people here are going to agree that we love marijuana. We probably, in the deepest recesses of our hearts, know that marijuana loves us too. We have divine relationships with this plant and divine relationships with the people who we work with who also love this plant. And I'm going to venture a guess that every person who can hear my voice knows dozens of people who could use this medicine if they simply had a source, who are using this medicine, who aren't using this because they're on probation because they use this. We are all invested, and it is all about you. So when I came to Texas, we came at an invitation of Texas NORML and the Drug Policy Forum of Texas. They tend to be leaders in thought and voice. You are among the presence of leaders, and you know what that makes you. Leaders by association, right? Because birds of a feather flock together. That's why you're here. We're going to show our true colors. I was so very grateful when Texas invited that group of outside consultants. We certainly were. Texas, the Chronicle called us outside consultants. We were mothers and brothers, sisters. We were led by a grandmother, bless her heart. We had a moving caravan, again, activists from around the country, and we moved from town to town, traveling at 3 miles an hour behind patients in wheelchairs. We had a prison cell full of prisoners. You guys have the art card parade around here, right? So when we kicked off our parade, some of the art card folks came out because we were decorated with signs. We were flying our colors, not just like today where we all get out our pot t-shirts and we wear them one day a week. We were on a journey to plant seeds. Any of you who have ever had a relationship with the cannabis plant as it grows will recognize the importance of what I'm going to tell you. The rest of you, this is just a great story. Enjoy it. The music's coming in a few minutes. But for those of you who are listening, I was going to start tonight talking about the song "For Everything There Is a season to sow and a season to reap." There's a couple tricks to this whole planting seed things, and that's why I talk to those of you who have a relationship with this plant. When you plant that cannabis seed, I don't know if you know this, but cannabis seeds will lie dormant for years. You can plant them out, scatter them among the wind, and I certainly encourage everyone to plant your seeds. If you're not planting your seeds, you should be eating your seeds, right? He knows, because they are the second highest source of protein. They're good for you. They'll keep your skin in good shape. But if you are planting your seeds, we will overgrow the government. And we are, by leaps and bounds. But let me tell you, this seed will lie dormant until the soil is perfectly prepared. And I had an experience with this recently. I live in Florida, he said, and you know, we have one of those yards, a Florida yard, right? Oh, a Texas yard. It looks kind of like this with patches of green stuff that we call grass. So we were going on vacation and taking the dogs, and this is a good time to attempt to grow some grass. So we threw out some seed, some great grass seed, and we turned on the timer and we covered it with straw. We had brought in some fill dirt, and I said to my husband, I said, before you lay those seeds, you've got to prepare that ground. Because the parable of the seeds says that when you scatter your seeds in the wind, some of them, they're going to fall upon stone. And some of the seeds, they're going to get taken by the birds. But some of the seeds that find fertile ground, they're going to grow. And anybody with a relationship with this plant knows the reason we plant our seeds is to reap a harvest. Am I right? We all want a harvest. So I am telling you that what I did when I came to Texas with my merry band of pranksters, and I would love to tell you all the fun stories. We were followed for about 200 miles by Texas public safety officers. This was in 2000, and so Jeb Bush was governor of Florida, and GW, of course, was governor of your fine state. I used to argue with my activist friends here about who had the worst governor. After yours was elected, I figured out you guys won. But the moral of the story is we planted seeds, and those seeds, many of which have lied dormant for all these years. But what this group here has been doing is they've been preparing the soil. You heard from Josh. He's been in Austin, and my friend Joe is here. He's been in Austin talking to the folks there. But the real voice, the most important voice in the war on drugs is yours. I need people to commit to me that they are ready to reap a harvest. That they understand that this is our plant, and this is our plant that will save our planet. It's our food and our fiber, it's our fuel, our pharmacopoeia, and our fun. And I need you to join me in taking this to the next level. You know why we need to change marijuana laws. If anyone in this room is not convinced that we need to change marijuana laws, I would be happy to sit down one-on-one with you and counsel you. But what I need for you now is to take the next step. If you're not registered to vote, I need you registered to vote. If you haven't placed that all-important phone call, I need you to make that phone call. Be the one. But more importantly, I need you to prepare your friends. Those voices that you can bring together so that when we call you, you are ready to come. And I'm telling you now, you're enlisted. We have drafted you. If you're not already a member of NORML, I would encourage you to get connected. It's a great use of your $10. If you can make a larger donation and buy the merchandise, that's great, but I'm telling you, there's a couple things that's going to make this thing work, and that's you using your voice and you using your talent. Hey, I'd like to thank Brenda for getting up here and using her talent, right? And I'm just very excited about all the folks that will be coming out. Please stick around. We've got awesome bands coming. We're going to be doing this all night. We're going to be doing some hemp fashion show to show off some of that fabric, and you may just hear me tell another story or two before the night's done. You are the most important voice in the war on drugs, and I would love an opportunity to help you find your place in one of the most important movements of our time. Thank you all very much. You have a great night.